anybody able to turn their passion off, bro. I went 10 years ignoring my passion, and I went right back to it, and it was like second nature. I haven't drawn anything. I haven't drawn anything since I was in middle school, bro. But yet, when I bought this tablet, I can't stay off of it. I draw now more than I write now, bro. I've never seen anybody able to turn their passion off. So for people to get into corporate America of all places and think that they're gonna turn their passion off to get a promotion at their job, bro, in order to grow, in order to want to grow, like here's the problem: like you don't even want to grow because your job, you in a place right now where your growth potential has been snuffed out.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. We're back again, delivering messages, delivering words of encouragement, delivering advice, having those hard conversations that need to be had. Yeah. So how's your week been, sir?
Bro, I don't know, man. Like I something weird has been going on with me, man. And like I've been off a little bit. And usually I just been able to like kind of ignore it and move on or whatever the case is, but like it's starting to get so weird that like even my coworker, she asked me, she was like, something's been off with you recently. Like, what's going on? Like, it's like I gotta do a mental health check on you. Like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I am, but like I feel like like I don't know. Like it's probably just like burning the candle at both ends kind of situation, but like I ain't been feeling tired, but I've been feeling like a little off. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Like probably like a lack of sleep. If I'm being real, it's probably lack of sleep. But
I mean, sleep is very important, but like,
no, let's not lie to the people.
It's important to rest. All right. I remember.
Yes.
I remember a post a while back that a guy I went to school with. I don't know if he got it from a motivational quote or something, but he broke it down. He was like, "Yo, I don't really mess with sleep, but I feel like people get sleep and rest like mixed up. Like people sleep and they sleep for hours, they sleep their whole day away, but rest happens right after, you done put in work, you done, went to the gym and gave it your all, then you give your body a rest, and then you get right back into, doing what you need to do. And I was like, yo, that's true. Like people love sleep, but they don't
I
really
heard
mess with it.
I heard Steve Harvey talk about it on his show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like I'm like, yo, for real, if this dude can do it, like I don't see why another man that's human like me, like why I gotta get 62 hours of sleep per week This man is able to get 30. He still gets stuff done, but he way more successful than me. So what am I sleeping for? But nah, I do kind of feel like I haven't been able to focus as much though. And like it's getting to the point where I can't even think of sentences as fast as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I might just be it might just be a side effect of writing so much because I do remember like somebody telling me back in the day and seeing it in a few different places like some of the like the hip hop artists that I follow, they have the same issue where like when they're writing or they get into a creative mode, they they start to become very introverted. So I don't know if that's what's going on here. Like I'm so much into like putting my words down on paper that they don't come out of my mouth no more. So it's like, is this a trade off? Like, am I putting down the words now like on the paper, and it's like 1,000 words. It's like the more words I put down on paper, the less words I have in reality. Like I don't know if it's kind of like that.
I
I definitely
mean,
ain't been. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like when you're passionate in your work, sometimes it does like kind of bleed into like your everyday life. Like I remember I I was passionate about work. This was back when I first started. And
Back
you
before
know,
Aaron Mack came along.
there was a point where uh you got certain phrases you have to use at work when you're moving throughout the building. I was driving, came to a stoplight, looked both ways, yelled out a phrase, and kept going. And then as soon as I got past the light, I was like, "Whoa, what did I just do? I'm not at work. Ooh,
Damn,
I need to get out of
damn. All right.
there."
So it ain't just me then. All right, cool.
Yeah. Sometimes when you go hard for something, it consumes you, and it's not really a good or bad thing. It's kind of neutral. It's kind of the actions you take afterwards that really define if it's good or bad. But like something like that, I mean, it may even just be like you ain't really got time for people like that. Like especially at our job, the conversations that are had are just like
They
redonkulous.
so they so unfulfilling, bro. Like I try to be friendly with people, but I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, yo, the only way I can be friendly with you is if I avoid conversation with you. It's like we are cool
Hmm.
and let's leave it at that, but we don't have to talk.
Facts.
We don't have to talk. Because if you talk about something and you try to bring up a conversation, you start grasping at straws. I don't know what I'm going to say to you. So let's stop this. Like, let's stop. Let's stop.
Big facts. Big facts.
Uh,
Uh, is all right. So we were trying to have that, or I was trying to have like a conversation with said individuals, and it was like, what do you have going on? What pushes you? What gives you that drive to wake up in the morning? I was trying to get him to like, uh,
dig deep.
yeah, like explore his options. Like he's not special needs. He doesn't have any like disabilities. You know, he can be super smart at times, but it's just like something somewhere along the course of his life, he just like gave up. And I'm like, there's so many opportunities, there's so many avenues to grow, but he's just stuck.
And mindset stuff too. It's not even. It's not even. I know who you talking about.
Mm.
That's the same question, bro. I'm like, yo, you have an opportunity to move forward in your life, and like I see, like every time we talk, like I see the openings. I see the openings, but you don't see them. I'm like, how does that work? Like, and then I'm like, yo, like, have you thought about XYZ?
Mm.
And then he's like, yeah, but such and such. And I'm like, no, let's not go that way. Let's move forward. Let's stop backtracking. Let's move
Mm-hmm.
forward. And like most of the people, like, yo, like they refuse to grow.
Mm.
Like they literally refuse to grow. Like they're not even trying to grow. Like the growth part, they don't even want to do that. They rather live in the moment until that particular moment is done.
Mm. Mm. Yep. And it's crazy because like you said, it was we see the opportunities for them, and it's just like they got blinders on. They don't even acknowledge it. Uh, but yet they would basically do any and everything to be a consumer, like someone that just consumes all the things that other people are doing great that they could do. Uh, because they hype about tomorrow, but yet they're not hype about going home to work on something that they're truly passionate about. And one of them, he might not even you know I guess buy the game because he said he's not really into it, but yet he
He
wants
into
to
it.
talk about it.
He
And
into it. He into it. What he meant to say is he don't have the money to get it because his money is going to.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. What he meant to say was that.
But with a situation like that, right? What do you get out of like putting on that facade? Like, where does that get you? Does that give you like that brief moment of dopamine rush, of happiness or something? Like, we know what we're trying to do outside of work. Why are you sitting here trying to like compete with us, or like try to uh I guess like I don't know, like compare what he has going on with what we have to seem like he's doing
Does he
something
do that
like,
with you?
huh?
Does he do that with you in conversation with you?
I haven't really had a conversation with him about like stuff like this going on, but
I
when
don't even let my man talk when he come around me. And if I can't control the conversation, he gotta get from
Mhm.
around me.
Oh yeah, because he gonna steamroll that conversation if if you let him. Not being just go
And
in
he
about
piles on.
nothing.
He piles on. But yeah, like even some of the other folks, bro. Like
Mm,
some of the other folks that I thought we were talking about the same person, but we not. But like some of the other people that we know, bro, like the ones that are good for it,
mm,
they still don't want to grow.
come on.
Like they in the same boat where it's like everything got to be what it is right now for the next forever. Like nobody's looking towards the future right now. Nobody is like making decisions right now. Like, okay, how is this gonna affect
Yeah.
my family down the line? Nobody is asking these questions. Nobody is saying, all right, so what else could I be doing right now? Nobody is asking these questions, and it's like, yo, why are you so stuck in the now? Why won't you move forward? And like I told you, like one individual, and this is somebody that we both know and respect on some level, and for whatever reason, like this dude is the same way, like, and he got skills.
Mm,
All right, now for whatever reason, he decides to put all that skill into his smoker, but the dude could, like, even with that, like, yo, you can start something with that.
True. Yeah. A lot of times it's people can't see past the now. People can't like deep dive into the unknown because they think it's uncontrollable to a degree. It's scary. It's a very dark place. Uh, but you control all of that. Your actions now dictate you for 5 years ahead. The actions, the habits, the mindset that you instill in you now will affect the future you, and then the future you does the same thing and affects his future self, and then so on and so on. And it's like we can't fathom that. Like we can't even think a day ahead. Like people plan their tomorrow basically at like 10 p.m. yesterday. And it's like, if you would just take time, just take a couple minutes to yourself, uh, deep dive, self reflect, and realize that you have this massive amount of potential. Like you said, the guy that can cook his butt off, the guy that, that we talked to, he ain't really got much going for him, but he knows a lot about maintenance stuff. He could be a maintenance person if he wanted to. If he wanted to move up that ladder, he could do it. He tried. He got knocked down, and he's just like, "Oh, okay, I tried." You tried one time. Where's the drive and motivation you had to try that one time to continue to keep trying? Like what?
No, okay. Let's stop there.
That's,
Cause like I wouldn't
mm,
want somebody like that to listen to what you saying
mm,
and think that, okay, I did good once, so let me just do that again. Because when he tried the first time, Mark, it
mm,
was a half try.
mm.
It was a half try. He did the first step, but there was no follow through.
Come on.
So, all right, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem that I see with most people is
Mm-hmm.
that y'all trying. Oh, you thought that was more? No, for real. Like
Yeah.
you trying,
Mm,
but you're not following through. So this same dude, like, and you talking about his maintenance skills, we talking about little dude, big dude, little dude, a big dude.
little dude.
All right, got you. We on same page then. All right, cool. So he tried,
Mm-hmm.
but the only thing he did was ask for it. So you broke outside your
Come
comfort
on.
zone and did something you don't usually do, and now you think that you did something. So when
Uh-huh.
you don't get what you want to get, all of a sudden it didn't work because you asked for it. You thought you did something, but it wasn't given back to you the way you thought it was going to be given.
Mm,
So
yep.
you broke outside your comfort zone, and that take a lot of energy. That take a lot of effort to do that. But it also take a lot of it also takes a lot of energy and effort to follow through. But you didn't follow through. You only went halfway. So like with the recent situation, he did something that took him outside of his comfort zone, and he sat right there. And he won't the only one. He won't the only one. And they both told me. They both told me that now that they have done that part, the hard part, as they say, if
Come on.
they're not given a position,
Mm-hmm. It
then they're
won't
gonna
meant to
take it
be.
as a sign. It won't meant to be, and they're gonna find another job.
What? Okay.
So go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. You got it.
That is a horrible way to think. Cause like equivalent exchange, you don't get out the same if you don't put in the same. If you put in high energy, if you put in high value, that's what you get out. If you put in half ass, that's what you get out. Like it's a equal tug and pull or give and take.
It ain't equal, bro. It ain't equal, bro. Like when you at the bottom,
Mm,
when you at the bottom, when you like, bro, think about it. Tier 1, entry level, peon, new motivational speaker, new writer, new comedian, new anything. I don't care what title you put behind the new. If you brand new at something, bruh, you gonna have to put in everything in order to succeed. You had to put in everything that it takes to succeed. I can't look at who like give me an example. I can't look at Dean Koontz's career right now, or J.K. Rowling's, or J.J. Abrams, or somebody like that. I can't look at. Did I say J.J. Abrams? Who the hell is that? I don't even remember who that is. But anyway, I can't look at any of these guys' careers and base it off of mine right now. I can't do it. I can aspire to be like them, but I can't look at their career and do the same thing that they do and think that I'm gonna get the same. It doesn't work that way. Right. People don't get famous like J.K. Rowling got famous no more. It don't happen like that no more. You got to be in a prime position to do that. Like nobody is picking up your stuff and looking at your stuff and being like, "Oh, this is fantastic. This is phenomenal. Nobody is doing that. Like Stan Lee wrote comics, but Stan Lee, he could sit back and let somebody else do it. So I can't do the same thing that Stan Lee did and think that the prosperity is going to come to me. It don't work like that. Life ain't never worked like that. When you brand new at something, you had to give your all. It's never equal. It's going to be like 95 2. And that other 3% they're gonna count against you because you don't even know what it is.
Yeah. So how does one grow out of that try stage? That grow to the point where they're gonna follow through, and they're gonna succeed. What does that look like?
So first of all, like, let's go ahead and put it out here like this, bro. Like, and dude told me one time, he was like, "I'm pissed off. This ain't going right. This ain't going right." And blase split. I'm like, first of all, I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying because you ain't even mad at what you think you mad at. You mad because you here. And you mad because you rather be somewhere else in life right now and you don't want to be here doing this of all things. I get it. I understand. So when you want to talk about what you really mad at, then we can have a conversation. But all this fluff talk, calling it on the left side of right, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't even want to waste my time talking to you about that because this is going to be what it is. It's going to be like this tomorrow. It's going to be like this next week. It's going to be like this like 2 years from now until this motherfucker closed down. I don't want to talk about that. Like we can move past that. So first, like, and the reason I say that is because most people, they rather talk about what they're doing than to talk about what they want to do. Think about that for a second. You in a situation where you're working for a job that you ain't never want to be in the first place, but now you talking about getting a promotion there. Yeah. We getting to the meet now. Are we getting there now? So like first of all, you got to go to where your passion lies. And if your passion don't lie with the job, and you can't make it lie with the job, bro, I don't care how much you try to bend it, flip it. I don't care. It doesn't work that way. Your brain don't work that way. I ain't never seen nobody able to turn their passion off, bro. I went 10 years ignoring my passion, and I went right back to it, and it was like second nature. I haven't drawn anything. I haven't drawn anything since I was in middle school, bro. But yet, when I bought this tablet, I can't stay off of it. I draw now more than I write now, bro. I've never seen anybody able to turn their passion off. So for people to get into corporate America of all places and think that they're gonna turn their passion off to get a promotion at their job, bro, in order to grow, in order to want to grow, like here's the problem. Like you don't even want to grow because your job, you're in a place right now where your growth potential has been snuffed out.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
dust that the
yeah.
dust at your job that smother all your dreams, and now you thinking that you thinking that you ain't got no dreams no more.
Yeah,
We got to
yeah.
start there.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. So like, ooh, and it's like a candle burning, and your job comes through and just like just blows it out. It gives you all these other reasons to just like focus on the job. You even got like cheerleaders on the job that'll tell you that yo, if you put your all
Yo,
in this job, what you
yeah,
get?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. You got it. You got it.
uh you put your all in this job, it'll take you places. You could do XYZ for this job. You could do, you know, like you said, you can give your all to the job, but you're not you're not doing nothing with it. Like it's
Let's flip it around for a second, Mark. Let's
mm,
flip it around for a second. You come in with your candle lit. What you
mm-hmm.
talk about the candle just now of your passion, right? And you go into the job, and your manager see your passion, and your manager look at you and be like, "And you still holding your candle?" And your manager look at you and be like, "Here, you look hot." It's like you let me fan you off. Let me douse you with water real quick because I know you're thirsty, right? You thirsty, right? Let's take this fan.
Mm-hmm.
Your manager know because if they can get you, here's the thing: if they can get you to stop focusing on that and focus more on what they need you to do, then they get their job get easier.
Mm, mm, yeah, yeah.
All those sideline activities, man, that I don't approve of. There's the fan. There's the fan. They got that little church
Yeah.
fan flowing right at your candle.
And they'll quickly blow it out to and put you in a state where you'll fall into it. You'll fall into the mindset that this job is my everything. There's nothing more than this job. Like this job, you know, gets me in a safe spot where I could be comfortable and survive. Not
Mm-hmm.
be comfortable and live, but be comfortable and survive paycheck to paycheck or, bi-weekly, weekly, whatever. And it's just like you have the potential to get out of that. You have the passions, the talents, the whatever you need to get out of that. But because your job has basically brainwashed you into thinking that I need this to survive. That's what you fall into. You fall into the 9 to 5 rut. You fall into the corporate ladder scheme, the pyramid scheme of I got to work my way up to the top to be something, to do something with my life. Uh, and it's crazy because we see people each and every day all around us. The ads we see, the TV shows we watch, the whatever, we see it. We see people living their dreams, doing what they love each and every day. And for some reason, we can't do the same. We believe that we can't do the same.
There it is. Let's get back to that belief thing, man. Let's get back to that belief thing. There it is.
And it's like your belief system puts you in this stagnant place where I can't grow. I can't move past this point because XYZ.
Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, bro. Most of y'all, most of y'all making excuses as to why you can't grow. But every time I talk to one of y'all, like I can see exactly where you need to move through at.
Hmm.
I can see exactly like people start explaining their situations to me, and I'm like, oh wait, you doing what now? And I understand they think I'm joking with them, and I stopped and like, hold up, nah, don't move past that. Let's go back to that thing right there that you just said. You doing what? You complaining about car maintenance and gas prices, but you doing what to get to work?
Mm-hmm.
You live how far?
Yep.
Hold up, what? Like, what are we even talking about? Like, where's the disconnect here? Oh yeah, but I got family that blah 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 blah. Blah, blah. No, no, no. You don't get a pass. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works, man. I'm living with my mom. There's blah blah blah. Pay her bills. Like, no, that's her bills. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Like, why are we even here? Why are we even having this conversation? But for whatever reason, most people can't get it through their heads that. Oh, I'm trying to be nice here, man, and I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. Most people can't get it in their heads that their reality isn't worth defending.
Ooh.
Like you trying to say that your life is your life and the things that you going through are exclusive to just your life, but the problem is that those people that you idolize and they went through things like that too. They just had the balls to cut it off.
Yeah. And with lifestyles like that, with people see the situation that they're in, and it could be like such a stereotypical situation, right? Uh, we see it in movies, we see it in shows that there's a certain lifestyle that a certain group of people live. Uh, they in their 50s, 40s, still living with their parents, and it's joked about, but that's your life. Like that's a reflection of your life, and you just sitting there thinking that it's not. Like you you feel like everything's okay, but your lifestyle is literally portrayed on all platforms of social media, of the internet, of TV as a joke, as like this is the lowest point you could be at, and yet you're in it wholeheartedly, just living it day to day.
I'm
And that
thinking of a.
doesn't mm,
Go ahead, go ahead.
and that doesn't put like a fire under your butt to get out there and do something. Like you're comfortable with this.
I'm thinking of a few movies right now, like
Mm,
where somebody wanted to accomplish their dreams and get up, like actually do something with their lives.
mm,
And the antagonist was the person who cared too much about their current situation and didn't believe in the other person's dreams.
mm,
Like I'm thinking of a few of them.
yeah,
But people like in the story like that, who do they relate to when they watch that? Because you live in like the antagonist, but you relate to the
right.
to the to the protagonist of the
Protagonist.
situation. The protagonist out here trying to make his dreams come true and trying to
Uh,
live his best life, and the antagonist come through like on some job stuff, trying to shoot down the protagonist. So who are you relating with when you watching that movie? Like,
right.
how does that even work? Like you acting, and so in your spare time, you relate to the protagonist who trying to live his dreams, but
Mm,
then you act like the antagonist on your regular day to day.
yep.
It don't make no sense to me.
And and I mean, some of the people that we talk about, they watch anime, and that's that's almost every
Every anime,
that's almost every anime. That's the formula
every
for
goddamn
almost
anime.
every anime.
Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, was that JoJo? Like let's name some like Ruby, like name some shit. Like
Pushing through your limits and growing to be stronger than, or to get to a point where you're growing to be stronger to provide for somebody else or someone else, or just to grow stronger in life in general, but you can't do the same. Like, it's in your face 24/7 and you can't do the same.
I'd be down.
Like, sometimes I watch an anime and I'm like, I'm fired up. I'm ready to get something done. Like,
Then there's also that problem of people not able to pull the message out of things. Because most people just look at everything as entertainment. So these same people that we're talking about, because they're so afraid to grow, they don't see the message in anything. They can't look at certain movies. They can't look at a movie like Idiocracy or 1,000 Words and see the big picture. They can't do it. It's not possible to them because they haven't opened up their mind to see the message in things. Because when you're afraid to grow, no growth happens on any level. So you can't watch anything. So when you watch something and when you're afraid to grow, the only thing you're doing is consuming the entertainment. The person who made it ain't even make it for your entertainment. The person who made it, they had a thought process and said that I'm going to put this message into this, and this is what I wanted to convey. But the people who watching it is just entertainment to them.
that's crazy.
Now, I started watching this show. It's an old show called This Is Us.
Okay.
It's not an anime. It's a live action. It's about a family who they got some real life shit going on.
Okay.
Some real life shit. But I know people who watch this same real life shit, got this same real life shit happening in a real life situation, and had not fixed not one real life situation that they got going on.
Bruh.
And the show is literally going through it. The show is literally telling you, like, yo, they got characters on there. They think they got it going on, but they breaking down when ain't nobody looking. You got characters that keep backtracking, doing the same dumb shit that got them in the same situations that they've been doing. And you got people watching this. You got full grown adults watching this, and they're looking at it like it's a soap opera. They looking at it like it's just, that one show that come on every week, and this is my wind down time, this is my entertainment, this is my me time or whatever, but you ain't taking nothing from it. The show is literally telling you what to do, and you ain't doing it.
That is crazy.
It gets so deep, if you think I'm joking, right? You remember the show 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why was a show that started off about a young teenage girl who committed suicide because she couldn't handle life. The show goes into talking about how to deal with mental health when you're in a mental health crisis, what to do, what they did wrong in the process leading up to the girl killing herself. And then they give you a mental health hotline number at the end of the show. Give you a trigger warning at the beginning. People still watch the show and people still kill themselves.
Come on.
Like, they gave you the tools, but it was just entertainment. Now, that example may have been too harsh. And I promise you, I understand it. I have the semicolon tattoo just for anybody who didn't, like, if you didn't know and you thought that was insensitive, I got you. I promise you, we on the same page. But it just goes to show that people will watch things and they will be going through the exact stuff. Like, you can see situations happen exactly in the same ballpark of where you at in your life. And for whatever reason, when you looking at it, you don't see where your growth is. You don't see your growth potential in this situation. So because you're so afraid to grow, you never grow, and you just stay where you at. Even though everything around you was telling you exactly how to fix the problems that you're having right now, for whatever reason, you can't get out of your own head and out of your own way.
So let's go into a little deeper with that, right? So say you have you got potential. You know you have potential. Your brain knows that you have this potential, right? And you have this dream to be whatever. Your brain knows that. And like it'll give you messages, it'll give you signs, it'll give you it'll haunt you if you don't act on these things. And people, they come into work and for some reason they want to talk to me for some strange reason. And they want to complain like, "Hey, I didn't get sleep last night," or they kept tossing and turning. And then it could have been some other thing, or it could have been you ain't acting on the things that you need to act on. Your brain is telling you to act. It's trying to get you to wake up and do something with your life, but you can't see it. You just like shrug it off. Oh, I just had a bad night's sleep. No, your brain is trying to tell you something. Listen to it. Get out there and do something. You know, take this VTO. Take some time off. Figure out yourself.
Don't take the VTO.
Don't take the
Don't take the VTO.
Well, why you?
When they get off, they not doing anything. So you might as well just go ahead and stay there and get the money, because you thinking you get off, and you end up in the same boat that I was in when I was getting off and not doing anything. So don't take the VTO.
Find a place. Find whatever you need to find that'll open your mindset. Open your mind to the possibility that you are the person that's gonna get you out of your rut. You are the hero in your story. All you got to do is believe in yourself and like follow through with the things you need to do.
There it is. There it is. So like, all right, then we can go ahead and break into practicality. Like Mark just said, right? Y'all heard my man said that you had to find the belief in yourself first, and that's where it all starts at. Like, think about anybody who is in any industry that you've ever wanted to be a part of, and then like kind of imagine a conversation about them, like as they talking about themselves. Like, watch an interview or something and listen to how they speak on the things that they're doing and their lifestyle in general. Think, like, try to find those things. Like, when I listened to an interview with Stan Lee back when he was at his prime, and I don't think there was a moment where Stan Lee wasn't at his prime. I think that he was like born, and then like all of a sudden, like they just dropped him into Marvel, and then that was it. Like, I don't know if there was a time when my man wasn't prime status. Like, I don't know. Like, I ain't seen it yet. Is the thing that I'm trying to convey to you. Like, I don't know where it is. But anyway, like, I just listened to an interview, bro. Like, the way he talked about himself, the way he spoke, the way his confidence in himself. Like, even in the face of the competition that was like staring him right in the face, like for whatever reason, my man never wavered. Yeah. Like, it didn't sound like he was like, he didn't stammer on like whenever somebody asked him what was going on with his life or what he was working on. My man was proud to tell you, he was ready, like, yo, yeah, I'm doing this, blah 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 blah, and like he would go on for hours on just his passion alone. And like, you gotta go and listen to just like think about the conversations that your idols are having with themselves and compare it to yours. Think about what happens when they look in the mirror versus when you look in the mirror. Think about what they see when they look in the mirror versus what you see when you look in the mirror. How do you feel about yourself when you see yourself? What do you think about your own yourself and your talents and your abilities? What do you think about those? Because I promise you, the person who you idolize, they think very highly of themselves. Why? Because they got belief in what they are, they got belief in what they're doing, and they got belief in who they can become. And the only way that you can succeed, and I know it seems like it's minuscule, but the only way that you can succeed is if you do that right there. You start right there at the belief in you and the belief in what you can do. Nothing that came after this podcast came off of tenacity alone. It came off of the belief that we can actually get it done. We can start a publishing company over at Ascension Media because we just had the money to do it. We started a publishing company because we believe that there's somebody that we can help. And if we buy these ISBNs that cost us a fucking fortune, that we can actually put some work into making somebody else a name brand. Like we can build brands off of this purchase alone. Like we had the belief that we can do that. So nothing came off of just, bruh. I started drawing again after believing that I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark can tell you, like, it may not be like the best drawings in the world, but they suffice. Like, everybody had to start somewhere. Like, you had to start somewhere, right? But the belief was there first. I promise y'all. Some of y'all thinking that the benefit of the action come first. You thinking that the benefits come first. You thinking that money comes first. You gotta be successful in order to believe in yourself. But something called the law of attraction will prove otherwise. That says that whatever man thinketh becomes reality.
Yep.
So if you don't believe in yourself, nothing ever happens for you because you don't believe in it anyway. Nobody accidentally. Nobody accidentally falls into success.
I was just about to go there. I was gonna be like, kind of open that up a little bit for the people that think like, oh man, you naming all these big cats that's been in the games for years. You know, you've been drawing for since you was in middle school, Mac. What about the people that is just starting? You know, just start. Believe in yourself and just start. You know, it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen as soon as you start. You're gonna get, you know, the rewards, the accolades, the big name status. You got to put in the time. You got to believe that your art, your craft, your whatever, your passion is gonna bring you something down the line. It's not gonna happen as soon as you start, but it's gonna happen. You have to believe that it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Because I've never seen a kindergartner walk across a stage with seniors out of high school to get a diploma.
Yeah.
It take 12 years. It take 12 years to get there. A minimum of 10, because you might be able to skip a grade throughout the process, but because you've excelled through the process. So I've never seen that. It don't happen because it's not possible. You have to go through the steps.
Yep. It takes 26 years to become 26 years old.
Can't do it in 18.
People have tried.
People have tried. And they have failed.
They'll think they're that age, but yeah. All right, man. What we got coming up for the people?
At the moment, I'm still working on my super freebie book story about my the Arcane and Prophecy. I'm in the process of editing that. In the process of doing NaNoWriMo for the book for the to tie in with the Dirty Trump podcast. So that should be wrapped up in maybe the next. I said maybe the next month. That should be wrapped up. The Arcane and Prophecy is set to release in February, mid-February, and Shadows of Meridia shortly after that. We have pushed Shadows of Meridia back. a little while so we can focus on marketing and things of that nature. But right now, I just got a whole bunch of things that I'm putting into the fire. Because Steve Harvey said yesterday, man. Well, he didn't say it yesterday. He said it some years ago. But like when he said that when you get up in the morning, just ask God for what you need. Tell him how thankful you are of what you have, and just commit action. Just put out actions into the world. Like just commit to the actions that you are doing, and make sure that when he blesses you, give him something to bless. Give him something to bless. He said that's why he keeps working as hard as he does, because whenever God blesses him with something, he wants to actually make sure that there's something that he's doing that is able to be blessed. So if I have nothing going on, I'm not doing anything, then I can't be blessed with anything if I'm not working. So that's why I got a lot of things coming down the pipe, and I'm about to start another episode. But yeah.
We still taking classes over here. Like and share this podcast. We do this for you guys. We want to instill something. We want to invest into y'all. So you guys can, do the same thing we're doing. Working hard to get out of the 9 to 5 to follow our passions. And also, speaking of passions, this is not, sponsored or anything, but if you go to Humble Bumble, they're doing their little sales. They got plenty of, sales going on of like books, software. They got like a 32 book on how to draw different types of books of drawing for like, I think you can get the whole thing for like $18. Um Software, Unreal stuff. So just check that out if you're passionate about like anything like that. Uh, find the tools that are out here that's given to you that will help you in the long run. They're out there. You just gotta search for them. Uh, so yeah, this has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always say with me is the Aaron Mack, and always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.